What is up, folks? Welcome back to the Foundations of Self-Talk course. I'm Mindset Coach Trev here. Today is week 4, day 3, and we are fully diving in to the post-shot phase and what our self-talk sounds like in that moment. Yesterday, we dove in and kind of kicked things off with the pre-shot phase conversation. These were things like verbalizing target selection, club choice, analyzing the lie, the conditions, these sort of elements. And hopefully you got the chance to get out there on the course, on the range, on the green, and experiment a little bit with this. Hopefully you had a chance to record that, analyze it, and the data gave you some good insights on what might be worth continuing with. So take that information, note it, and then today we're going to keep building on it. Now we dive into the post-shot routine because frankly, I think this is one of the most overlooked elements of the mental side of golf. This is where most golfers, I think, lose control, where things get off the tracks, kind of get off the rails, and where a situation can quickly turn into a spiral. This is where emotions like disappointment and defeat and discouragement typically start to rise on up and can take over. However, the words we say to ourselves, the way we process, the way we talk ourselves through a post-shot scenario could drastically influence what happens next. Continue to think about that ripple effect. Ever had a bad hole, a bad outcome on a bad swing that bled into the next or even the next or the next swing? This is common. This happens. And our self-talk is a great way to make sure that doesn't end up ruining our round. So let's dive in. Just like the pre-shot phase, the post-shot phase and how we talk ourselves through it is going to look different for every golfer. So as I throw out these examples, please, you don't need to marry any of them. Use them as inspiration for your own ideas if that makes more sense. Example number 1, and we've discussed this at length, neutral thinking. After a shot occurs, once you've seen that outcome, you've seen that result, again, emotions typically spike automatically. Joy, happiness, disappointment, frustration, being pissed off, right? These are when these emotions just flood to the surface. Neutral thinking, as we've discussed, is a brilliant way to help find balance, stay present, and stay resilient. As a brief refresher, remember our two kind of methods or styles of neutral thinking are the accept and acknowledge, where we accept the adversity, we accept the outcome, but we also acknowledge something we did well, something good within our process. Or we have the accept and dig method or style of neutral thinking. This is when we accept the outcome, we accept the result, the whatever happened, whatever unfolded, but we also dig out the good new opportunity that exists. Example number 2 of what your self-talk could look like in the post-shot phase is something simple like a reset phrase. These are typically quick, easy, and don't take much remembering. Things like next shot, things like flush it. Again, brief, easy, they don't really require much, but they could be just the nudge you need to get present, get with the next shot, and keep things rolling. Option number 3, simply talk yourself through the moment. Express what you're feeling, express what you're noticing. Be the voice of reason for yourself. Talk yourself through it just like your coach would. See what their response might be, and why not just say it to yourself? This is a much more organic style and maybe something for somebody who's a little more comfortable with their self-talk and problem-solving skills, emotional regulation, and so forth, but still could be a great route. Maybe in this post-shot phase is where you want to use something like Tiger's 10-step rule that we reviewed in week 1, day 2. Again, remember, this 10-step rule is all about giving ourselves permission to feel what we feel, be frustrated, let those emotions be present for 10 steps. That means we can say whatever we need to ourselves during those 10 steps. But as soon as we embrace step number 11, we shift gears, we refocus, we recenter, and we're back to the present. Again, these are just examples, and it's completely up to you as far as what you want to experiment with and work with. But here's what's most important. Golfers who consistently use good self-talk within their post-shot phase are going to experience a few key benefits. First, you're going to keep your emotions in check more effectively. No more getting too high or too low. Yes, the emotions will still be there. They never really go away, but you manage them like a master. Secondly, you'll tend to make better decisions. We all know, we've all been there. We've all made bad decisions based off emotions in the past, whether that's on the course or off of it. Let's not let that be a trend that continues. Talking yourself through these post-shot phase can be a great way to make sure your next decision is one that you're clear-headed and level-headed to make. And third, they help you stay focused. They help you stay present and care about what actually matters, not get wrapped up and lost in a bad break or a bad situation or a bad hole. It's happened. It's done. It's over with. We can't do anything to change it. So let's not focus all our conversation and our self-talk on something that we can't do anything about. Now, I know I'm a broken record, but there's no one-size-fits-all here. So it's going to take some experimentation on your part. Hence why we have today's daily challenge. Just like yesterday, here's what I want you to do. I want you to get back out there onto the range, the course, the green, the simulator, again, whatever you have access to today. I want you to choose, predetermine one specific post-shot phase self-talk strategy. What are you going to do? What do you want to experiment with? What do you want to try on for size? And write that down in your InnerLoop notebook. Maybe it's something as simple as a reset phrase. Fantastic. Maybe you want to be organic and just talk yourself through those moments. That's cool as well. Give it a go. Record it as always. Afterwards, analyze that recording. And again, take a look at the data. What's changed? Has your bounce back time gotten any quicker? Do you see less dips in positivity and less spikes in negativity on your heat map? There are a variety of places that change could show up. So take a good look at all your data and see what sticks out. Tomorrow, we're moving on to the final phase of things. It's going to be the last new bit of information you learn in the Foundations of Self-Talk course. So come ready, come prepared. Let's knock it out of the park and let's finish strong. Have a brilliant rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.